today I'm going to share with you how I organize our morning and evening baskets. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Ellen and I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 children, ages 7, 6, and 4. And I post videos about homeschooling, planning, traveling, and general mom life. Book baskets are a big part of our homeschool. Books are so important to me, and I want to make sure that my children have access to them all over the house. Our two main baskets are in the homeschooling room, so here, so right, like this is maybe command center, and then we have another book basket in the bedroom downstairs, so right where they sleep. There are books other places in the house, but those are our two main hubs for books. So the books in our morning basket are those books that are more tied to our curriculum. So there's going to be our read alouds, the chapter book that we're reading from, and also the read alouds from our current curriculum. And then other books that I want my children to pay particular attention to, like I have a book that is some kind of representation of people of color. I want to make sure that they learn and understand poetry, unlike myself, because I did not growing up. So I add that in there. I also add some kind of book from German culture, since we are part German. And then other books that I find that are just beautiful, or I want to focus on, that ties into our curriculum. Our evening baskets are pretty much whatever my kids pick up at the library. So it doesn't matter if it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or just something silly that my daughter might find, Dr. Seuss or anything like that. Those are the ones that my children will pick out and we read from in the evening time. So our morning books, we go through the basket it takes us about an hour to read through everything that we want to read through in the morning, 45 minutes to an hour. Whereas in the evening, those are usually about 15 to 20 minutes, or if we get to bed a little bit earlier, then we'll read a little bit longer. So my goal overall is to read about an hour a day to my children. The books in the baskets do not stay the same throughout the year. So our morning basket is something that will change every month for the bigger books, and then weekly for some of the thinner books that we have, like if it's a picture book that I found that ties into our curriculum or something like that. Whereas our evening basket, those books are changed out every week. Since they do each pick out about 1 to 2 books a night, the basket is only so big, so it can only hold so many books. So those are switched out every week. So let's take a look at our basket. This is our morning basket, so I leave it down here right next to where I have our calendar, weather, and our maps. So it's right here basically in the center of the room. And this is something that we'll go through every morning, and I've already set it up for when we start school. So this is what it'll look like the first week of school, which will start the first week of September. So for our morning basket, this is not something, we won't read the entire basket every single morning. How we're going to do it is basically by topic. So like the Trumpet of the Swan, this is something we will be reading every day, but Story of the World is only twice a week. The Sassafras Adventures, also only twice a week. And something like the Trumpet of the Swan will be in the basket for about a month. This will be in the basket for the entire year. This only until December. We'll go through the other books first, and then we'll read this toward the end of our morning basket, kind of as like a closing piece. We have the Sassafras Adventures, Volume 2, Anatomy, and then Story of the World, Volume 2, The Middle Ages. So these two I'll keep in here, but I'm only going to do these on the days when we will do science and history. Then here I have whatever cultural study that we're going to be doing at the time, which for now is going to be South Korea because that's where we live. I also always want to feature some kind of book about people of color. So for the first one, I chose this one, Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History. So I always want to feature somehow someone of color or people of color, just so that they are always exposed to a wide variety of people and their accomplishments. We have got Geography. I liked this one because it talked about both geography and it's in poems. Why Am I Me? So just a book about yourself. And this one, Be Glad Your Nose is on Your Face. So this is another book of poetry that has a CD in here. We have, I'll always have a German book in here that we'll read from every week as well. And this one actually has both German and English. Oh no, excuse me, this one is just my English one. I do have another one, the same book, that's in German. So we'll read that alongside this one. And then we have our art book and a children's book of philosophy, an introduction to the world's great thinkers and their big ideas. And some Greek myths. My boys have been enjoying Greek myths from last year. So we've kind of been doing that all summer, reading different Greek myths told in a variety of ways, so they like that. And then I have some kind of focus here in the back. So the alphabet, both in English and in German. And then right now I want them to know the value of money. So I found these, I think, on Teachers Pay Teachers. So they're just little sayings on the money. And then also the colors in German. So this is what our basket will look like every week, as far as what types of books are in here. The books, of course, will change themselves, and we're not going to read every single one of these books every day, but so like on Mondays, we'll be looking at the art books. On Tuesdays, we'll be looking more at the poetry books. This is a book that I would just read and switch this one out like every couple of days. Set of books. My first morning basket, for the most part, it'll look this way for the entire month of September, with only a few of them getting switched out. But so like these two, these are something that I would switch out if I can find something that's close to what we're learning about, or one of the supplemental materials in Story of the World or the Sassafras Adventures. I would use those to put in here. So, I mean, the morning basket can really be whatever you make of it, but this is a look into what ours looks like. For our evening basket, this is something that I keep next to the bed, and I read to them for about 15 to 20 minutes at night. And I keep all the books that we haven't read in this bin, and I got this at a dollar store in Korea. And then I keep a bag, usually somewhere next to it, for all the books that we have read or we don't want to read anymore. And this is my library bag. And I love this bag. I got it almost 10 years ago. On this side it says, my best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. And on the other side it says, when I get a little money, I buy books, and if any is left, I buy food and clothes. I got this at Barnes & Noble. So how I do this basket is basically I just let my kids pick out whatever books they want. My son keeps his book that he's reading usually in here, so after I get done reading at night, he stays up for probably another like 20 or 30 minutes, and he reads this. So right now he's reading this series by DeLacy, The Fire Within. He loves dragons. And then other than that, it's just a range of books. And like I said, I'll add in some things, just like this one is about Syrian refugees, a really good book. My kids had a hard time understanding that it was actually like based on a true story, but it's a good book, nevertheless. And so yeah, so this is more, they can pick out whatever kind of books, and this is what I add in here. So try to have a variety of books, and these will change every week because we do read about 15 to 20 minutes a night, so that's anywhere from 3 to 5 books. So we do go to the library often and get a lot of books. I hope you enjoyed looking into our morning and evening baskets. If you have a morning or evening basket, what books do you make sure that you include for your children? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.